Welcome into the Spiced Up Sports Zone, a brand new show right here on Cool TV. I am your host, Ben Spicer, where we are spicing up local sports coverage. Excited to be a part here of the Cool Hits 105.7 and the Cool TV team. I've got to spend the last month or so since I got back from Texas covering some area teams and teams in our coverage area with Cool TV, including the Raceland Rams football team. What an exciting season it was, getting the chance to cover them here on Cool TV. We brought you Rams games all season, all the way up to the state semifinals. Of course, Raceland advanced to the Class 1A state championship game, where unfortunately they fell to Pikeville 41-9, but we wanted to take a look back on Raceland's season and how great it was. Kind of looking at some numbers from the championship game and some overall stats. You can find complete stats. We actually posted those on our Cool TV Facebook and Twitter page, which if you haven't liked those already, make sure you go like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right here on YouTube and the bell so you get notified anytime we come out with new highlights, new episodes, or even new live streams of games. But anyways, back to Raceland and looking by the numbers. Again, a 41-9 defeat to Pikeville. It was a close game, though, up until halftime. The Panthers scored with 2 seconds remaining to take a 21-3 lead into the locker room, and were able to get another touchdown to tack onto the board in the third quarter to go up big. But Raceland hung tough. It was 7-3. The Rams were driving into Pikeville territory. They had a fumble on 4th and 2 that was picked up and taken back for a touchdown. And then, of course, that Hail Mary right before halftime proved to be costly for the Rams, who were also 2 for 12 overall on third down and 2 for 6 overall on fourth down. Quarterback Logan Lundy, 11 for 27 passing for 159 yards and a touchdown. Lundy was the team's leading rusher with 10 carries for 57 yards on the game. Mason Likens had the touchdown reception and also totaled 5 catches for 87 yards in the game. Peyton Island opened the scoring with a 31-yard field goal. The Raceland Rams will lose 16 seniors from this year's team, and we will put some pictures up of all 16 of those guys, courtesy of Raceland Streaming. Big thanks to them, and they did an amazing job throughout the year, too. If you haven't given them a follow on Facebook, definitely make sure you do that. Full game recaps from all of the games for the Rams. They also have amazing photos, like you see here, of all 16 of those seniors. As for the Rams, they fall in their second state championship appearance all time, with both coming since 2017. Raceland fell back in 2017 to Beechwood in that first trip, a team who has now won 17 state championships after winning their third straight title with a win over Mayfield following the Raceland game on Friday. As for Pikeville's win over the Rams, that gave the Panthers their 7th championship in school history. While both of those previous state championship opponents have storied histories of state title success, Raceland is continuing to build a program under Coach Michael Sammons. The Rams will no doubt have some retooling to do after losing this deep senior class, but Sammons says they've left a standard behind them at Raceland.
My thing is in life, and we teach our kids this, anywhere you go, can you leave it better than you found it? And, by and large, it's non-debatable, leaving it better than where we found it. We went over the semifinal run last year and the final run this year. So those 16 guys have been really special to us for a long time. Obviously, it hurts for them today, but I think as time passes and they reflect, hours pass, days pass, and, months pass, I think they'll really reflect on their accomplishments, what they're able to accomplish as a group, and kind of land the foundation of what teams that are still yet to come will hopefully achieve from their standing.
Moving now to a little college basketball, in a game that was played yesterday that featured 2 16th region legends, Ashland alumni Mykasa Robinson and Boyd County graduate, former Kentucky Miss Basketball Savannah Wheeler, as Louisville took on Middle Tennessee State. The Louisville women's basketball team was ranked number 18th in the nation. These highlights courtesy of the ACC Digital Network. And early on, it's Mykasa Robinson with the pump fake, hits the shot from in close. Middle Tennessee State, though, would take over in the middle part of this contest, as there is Savannah Wheeler getting the screen and hitting the three. Wheeler led all scorers with 23 points. The Blue Raiders outscored the Cardinals 39-18 in the second and third quarter, and yeah, Wheeler was a big reason why. Louisville would shoot just 27.7% overall, while Middle Tennessee State hit 11 threes. Wheeler gets her second of the night right there. 40 minutes played for Wheeler in the game, 6 for 12 shooting, including 2 of 5 from deep, 9 for 11 at the free throw line, alongside 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. She also committed just 1 foul and did not turn the ball over. Robinson played 18 minutes, tallying 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Louisville's women's team falls to 5-4 overall in this upset. The Louisville men's basketball team, an unprecedented 0-8 overall on the season. They will take on Florida State this Saturday to decide maybe who is the second worst team in the ACC. Yeah, I thought you Kentucky fans might enjoy a little self-depreciating humor with my Louisville Cardinals. Of course, I am a Louisville alum. But that's not where it ends for Louisville. They had their basketball struggles, a little uncharacteristic for Jeff Walls and the women's basketball team to have 4 losses already. Very uncharacteristic for the Louisville men's team to be 0-8 overall. That includes a loss to Bellarmine early on in the season. And it doesn't get any better for Louisville. The Louisville football team found out this morning that Scott Satterfield was leaving to go to Cincinnati. Although Satterfield did not have a whole lot of success against the University of Kentucky, losing by an average of 25.3 points per game to the Cats, where he was 0-3 overall. Ironically, Louisville is set to take on Cincinnati in the Fenway Bowl. So Satterfield leaving from Louisville, going to Cincinnati. His new team will take on his old team. Speaking of college football, what did I and the Ohio State Buckeyes football team have in common on Saturday? We were both on the couch watching the Big Ten championship game as the Michigan Wolverines topped Purdue a week after Michigan knocked off Ohio State. I'm sorry, Buckeyes fans, I had to throw that in there. But hey, you guys are in the college football playoff just 9 days after losing at home to Michigan by 22 points. Now, we're still a couple years away from college football playoff expansion. We will go from 4 teams to 12 in 2024. And this was just chaos the last couple weeks of the season. TCU loses to Kansas State in the conference championship game. They still find a way to get in. So the playoff for this year, it is Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and Ohio State. A lot of people thought that Alabama, despite having 2 losses, should get in over Ohio State. Of course, with them coming off that 22-point loss, and frankly, they haven't looked that great since the bye week. So we'll kind of see how things play out. We went to Facebook for some comments. I decided I'd pull some interesting comments so you guys don't have to hear me talk the whole time. Maybe we can get some other people's opinions. We'll put those up on the screen now. How about James Schmidt? He says, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie, with this quote: look at Alabama and Ohio State. Look at their records, their schedules, and point differentials. Then you tell me. James Schmidt with the mic drop. Josh Lettingham, UK Wildcat fanatic, he writes, I don't even like OSU, but at 11-1, how, in all caps, would you think about putting a 2-loss team ahead of them? With that being said, go Georgia Bulldogs. Steve Tackett, maybe with the comment of the post, his feedback is the goal to put the best 4 teams in the playoff. If so, this hasn't happened. We all know Alabama will be the favorite against some of the teams that made it. That alone says they are the better team. And he's not hating on the Buckeyes. He said, that being said, I don't know how you deny the 4 teams that made it. If anyone, I would question TCU being in it. Thankfully, we will have a 12-team playoff soon. Josh Gilbert chiming in. All I know is Georgia's quarterback is 40. Yeah, I think anyone named Stetson is definitely over 35 years old. I don't know, maybe they should look into that. It does seem like he's been there for quite some time, but Georgia obviously the #1 overall team and likely the favorite in the college football playoff to win back-to-back. Jeremy Hayes, if you're watching, yeah, I gave the Georgia Bulldogs some love. Go ahead and write it down in the history books. First episode of Spiced Up Sports Zone, we talked about high school football, we talked college football, we talked college basketball. We're going to dive deeper into 16th Region High School basketball here coming up later this week. Again, a show coming your way Wednesday at 4 p.m. and Friday at 4 p.m. Don't miss it right here on Cool TV. Hit that like and subscribe button now so you don't miss out on future episodes. I am Ben Spicer. Thanks for checking out the Spiced Up Sports Zone here on Cool TV.